Hi folks, I'm James and welcome to episode 62 of I Don't Want to Hold Your Hand, the Beatles Quarantine catalog, where I am attempting to play all 248 Beatles songs in chronological order while I'm still stuck inside. As always, I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Venmo in case you'd like to subscribe, follow, share, or support the series. Let's talk about the Beatles. It is April of 1964. The Beatles are off filming their first feature film, which still does not have a name, but it is likely during this break in recording music that 2 songs were recorded for the Beatles catalog by groups not called the Beatles. For those just joining us on our massive journey through the Beatles catalog, John Lennon and Paul McCartney, at least early in their careers, fancied themselves a Goffin and King type, a music duo that would write songs for other groups. They were very, very proud of being songwriters. They were the only 2 songwriters that they knew when they met. And so, early in their career, they often gave songs away to other groups. In fact, of the 61 songs we've talked about in this series so far, 8 of them were given away. Well, today's song is the 9th giveaway, but it does have the distinction of possibly being the deepest cut in the entire catalog. Look it up yourself. You will find very little information about today's tune. Here's all the info I could find. Just before the Beatles went to the United States for the first time, played on the Ed Sullivan Show, and so on, they had a gig in Paris, a 2-week gig, and during that gig, they were tasked with writing music for their upcoming movie/soundtrack album. During that time, they wrote these 6 songs, 5 of which would appear in either the movie or the album. One of them would not. And that cut song was written entirely by Paul McCartney. He even recorded a demo of it if you want to hear him sing it. But in that 2-week span, he also wrote And I Love Her and Can't Buy Me Love. So you can't expect him to write 3 legendary songs. Instead, he wrote One and One is Two, which according to John is another of Paul's bad attempts at writing a song. It just wasn't up to the Beatles' standards, so it was offered, as almost all rejected Beatles songs were, to Billy J. Kramer with the Dakotas, but they also turned it down. So then it was offered to the Foremost, who already recorded 2 Beatles giveaways of their own, and they got as far as recording the tune with Paul on bass, no less, but in the end, they decided that there wasn't any meat to it. And so it fell to the very unknown group, The Strangers with Mike Shannon, who were from South Africa. That is all I could find on them. So 4 groups later, the song is finally recorded, and it's not great. Things to listen for in this song. Chord-wise, that's it. There's only 3 chords. Lyrically, also not much to say. These are all of the words that rhyme in this song. It's just not much going on. There's also no story or struggle or character that we're used to in a good Beatles song. The essence of this tune is just, I love you. What do you think of that? And lastly, the harmonies are a bit off-putting and loud and poorly delivered. The guitar solo is sporadic, and the tempo rushes so much towards the end that it almost sounds like they're doing it on purpose, and I don't think they are. So it's no secret that this song isn't that great, but just to highlight how much better the Beatles have written and can write songs, after this video, go back and watch my video on Please Please Me, a song that came out and was written 2 years before this. It's like night and day. There are genius Beatles songs, and then there's One and One is Two. The Lennon-McCartney songwriting team is responsible for some of the greatest music ever written in human history. In fact, of all the songs that John Lennon and Paul McCartney worked together on that could chart, singles, whatnot, of all of those records that say Lennon-McCartney on them, only 2 did not chart in either the US or the UK, and this is one of those tunes. But it's still important to listen to. It's in the Beatles catalog, and it's important to see how they grow. And at the end of the day, it's written by a genius, and it's enjoyable. There are things to pull out of it. So please give it a chance. Please enjoy Beatles song number 62, One and One is Two. One do? What am I to do now that I'm in love with you? I'm hoping every day I'm gonna hear you say, you really make my wish come true. Can you feel when I'm holding you near? Oh, yeah. All the things I do. Oh, yeah. Oh, my love, am I making it clear? Oh, yeah. 1 and 1 is 2. 1 and 1 is 2. What am I to do now that I'm in love with you? I'm hoping every day I'm gonna hear you say, you really make my wish come true. Can't you see that I've loved you from the start? Oh, yeah. Don't you love me too? Oh, yeah. I love you, but you're breaking my heart. Oh, yeah. From wanting you. 1 and 1 is 2. What am I to do now that I'm in love with you? I'm hoping every day I'm gonna hear you say, you really make my wish come true. What am I to do now that I'm in love with you? I'm hoping every day I'm gonna hear you say, you really make my wish come true. If you say that you're gonna be mine, oh, yeah. Everything's alright. Oh, yeah. All the world would look so fine. Oh, yeah. If you'll be mine tonight. 1 and 1 is 2. What am I to do now that I'm in love with you? I'm hoping every day I'm gonna hear you say, you really make my wish